Come out of the box.
Hello YouTube, cheers and welcome to the basement. My name is Bruce Lively.
I'm D-Boy Slim.
The Basement is the first daily hip-hop debate show. We take one topic a week and debate a different question every day about that topic. This week's topic is regions in hip-hop: East Coast, West Coast, South, and Midwest. Artists, influence, what we like and what we don't like. Now with that being said, let's go. Unfortunately, we couldn't come to you yesterday because we were actually doing other music. See, this isn't all we do. We don't just do this debate show, even though we love doing it. We want you to tell all your friends and subscribe and enjoy. But yesterday, we actually went to shout out to new radio stations with DJ Sway. And we had an interview. We shouted out this show. If you don't know, K.R.I.T, up-and-coming artist that comes to this studio, and we were there to support him, and we have some video to show y'all. Check it out.
Originally from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, in the house. Raised in Charlotte, North Carolina, man. I'm trying to take it all the way now, whatever. The Money Squad Entertainment, y'all can follow me on the Money Squad Facebook, a new start, Mellow, a new start, no heart, and NMS on IG, man. On Snap, it'll be New Money. Y'all just mess with me and follow me, like, listen to my music.
Charlotte, stand up. Heard it right here. Ready for exclusive. I'm gonna tell you what, we're gonna get.
Okay, Lego.
Give me the question one more time, please.
Question one more time. Does the West Coast get more hype than deserve because of the size of Cali alone, California? Its sheer size, does it make it everything that is encompassed in California gets so much play and so much recognition just because it's so big by itself that you can sustain yourself over there and not even have to go into the rest of America as much as say any other coast has to do to get the same amount of numbers?
That's a fact. But that's not Cali's fault. That is such a big demographic. Does it get played on the East Coast? Excuse me, because it's so big.
I would say the same reason why New York fell off for a second there is the same reason why Cali continues to sustain itself. The sounding the same. And please don't get me wrong, YouTube. We're not idiots up here. Anybody who's here to tell you that Cali doesn't have some of the greatest hip-hop artists of all time, just turn their station off immediately. We're arguing something different completely. If you check out the sound, the old school funk sounds, the sounds that they've been using since NWA till now, and still getting millions of views, millions of plays, lots of love for it, it's simply because they can sustain themselves. They're so big, so many, and it's just one state, really, is the West Coast. I mean, I'm not sure I don't know nobody coming out of Nevada. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it is just that state. So you can sustain yourself by just listening to your sound over and over, your E40 over and over and over again, and keep recycling it because you don't have to prove it to anybody else. I mean, when I was doing my research for this, looking up all the Cali artists, number one, I found a lot that were pretty good. But that would have 40,000, 50,000 views. And it wasn't that good. And then the sounds was the same. It was I found a lot of, I mean, I don't know, you know.
So you're saying the views, rather, are they getting a lot of, is it a lot of hype surrounding them simply because they're their own fans and they're their own critics?
There you go.
Well, I do disagree with that because I think it's necessary that we do know what's going on or what's the hottest, what they feel is the hottest artist coming out the Bay, or what they may feel is the hardest artist coming out of South Los Angeles or whatever. And if they feel that way and there's some type of buzz going on around it, then I don't feel that it's overhyped or overrated. I think it's what they feel or their representation of who's hot coming out of their region right now. So to answer that question, no, I don't feel that they're overrated simply because an artist can sustain himself by simply being popular in his region.
Well, then he's overrated by that region. Because if someone like myself goes over there, shout out to California Bear, TBC, you know what it is. One of the hottest new artists coming out of Cali right now. So you know we love y'all over there. This is just the debate. But going over there, you'll find that everybody there believes wholeheartedly that the Jacka is better than Jay-Z. Like, it's, I mean, and other names that I can't even remember, just these dudes, they rate them in a crazy way. Like, it's like, yo, this guy is the best ever of all time. And you look at it and go, we prove it because of sales or because of views, and look at how many people's at his show. And it's an overrating, because the truth is, if you get outside of there, you'll realize the guy's not really as good as you thought he was.
Well, to that I say, I think wherever you go, in whatever region you're talking about, they're going to hold a certain amount of pride for, again, whom they feel is the hottest kid or the hottest dude or the greatest OG coming from where they coming from. And so there may be different variables that go into why exactly they feel that way. It's a fact that in hip-hop now, the hottest dude may not be the most lyrical. The most lyrical dude may not be the realest dude. And so with that, you could go back and forth with anybody on any region as to why you feel he's hot and why you feel he's not.
Well, okay. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me give it some structure here, because everybody from every region is gonna say, "Yo, my people is the hottest," or "I know this guy on the street, right? He's the best I heard," or whatever. But in reality, the internet is worldwide. The play and the love that you get, and that's why I keep going back to this views, because the truth is, if you have a couple 100,000 views, you can much more get a show anywhere, because you can prove that you have these views. But you'll find out that the person who saw that and said, "Okay, do a show here," was sadly mistaken, because all of those views was from one place. Check it out, Hopsin. How many of y'all like Hopsin? Leave it in the comments. Big K.R.I.T. And I'm just gonna show you a few artists with like songs. Big K.R.I.T. has a song called Mount Olympus. He's talking about the radio industry. He's talking about how people didn't love the sound that he had, and now they loving it all of a sudden. Hopsin had about the same idea in the song, and we both know how each one of them rap.
Wait a second, pardon me. Where's Hopsin from?
Where's Hopsin from?
Where's Hopsin from?
My point exactly. Hopsin got 31 million views on his song about the industry.
I'm just not up on my Hopsin.
Compared to Big K.R.I.T, who has 4 million.
Hopsin must be from the West Coast.
That's all I'm saying. My point is that I'm not sure if I could even go anymore. That's my point exactly. You're still wondering who Hopsin is. He's got 31 million views on a song that has about the same idea. I believe it was Illmind 5. It might be Illmind 8. Y'all tell me in the comments. Let me know if I'm wrong. But you know what I'm talking about. Where he's rapping about the industry and how his I don't know, manager fucked him over and took his money and how whatever all that stuff is. They're like songs. T.I., We Will Not. You mentioned that in our last debate. 1 million views. Kendrick Lamar. King Kunta. We all know Kendrick is good. I'm not saying he's not. But 65 million. 65 million. Compared to 1 million. I'm just saying, I think T.I.'s We Will Not sounds better. Matter of fact, if we can get away with it, we'll put both of them up there. We'll put all of these comparisons up for you so you guys can decide. If not, go check them out for yourself. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is the amount of views, the amount of acclaim that comes from just being in Cali is way, way overdone compared to the people that's really spitting everywhere else. And not that they're not nice, but realistically, anytime, Hopsin is 60-something million over Big K.R.I.T on any song, I'm going to call it overrated. I don't know what else to say about that.
I see your point there, but again, them being a heavily populated state, I can't fault them for that.
Well, I don't think we're talking about fault.
So, therefore, if an artist comes out of California and someone is saying that they're hot or they're the next dude or whatever, you somewhat want to check it anyway. One, us being on the East Coast, and two, I'm mindful of the fact, just like New York being a heavily populated city, for a kid to come out of there, you must be doing something, or you must be saying something, because it is so many people that is hungry and trying to get on and trying to get a deal that if the kid comes through and this is the chosen one that everyone is saying is hot, then obviously he has to be saying something worth even checking out or just seeing what all the hoopla is about. So when it gets to that point, and like you're saying, that translates into likes and views on the internet or whatever have you, sometimes to my ears it is accurate. A lot of times is accurate to my ears, and there again, like I would say no, it's not overrated. Hopsin, I'm not too familiar with the kid, but someone's listening to it.
Guy with the bug eyes.
You
contacts.
You don't particularly like it. That's
no, he's nice.
That's unusual.
I like his stuff
because you like weirdo rap.
I love it. I
like
his
rap.
Stuff. I like his stuff. So I just know compared to Big K.R.I.T, there's a problem.
So I'm surprised that you know
There's
who Hopsin is. So you obviously you checked it.
Yeah.
But
shout out Hopsin.
See what I'm saying? So
But shout out Big K.R.I.T.
more to my
There's a
point.
difference.
That's the West Coast. You know, they've been doing that since the Too Short days. And no one's gonna sit up there and tell you that Too Short is a better lyricist than Method Man. But in the same
I remember back then.
in the same respect though, I think it's necessary to know and to have a grasp and feeling on who Too Short is and what he meant to the Bay and to Oakland at that particular time when he was hot. So it is what it is, and I thought that was good music. I thought Too Short was good music. I thought E40. It took me a while, but I realized E40. That's good music.
Yeah, it took me a while. I could not understand. You know what? It had to be
Mac Moore. That's good music. Like you know, rapping Forte. Like all these dudes, you may consider them overrated or whatever. Have these dudes as legends in another part of the country. So, like I said, I respect it for what it is. I don't think, like I said, if you ask these dudes, nobody's going to tell you that the Moonies, you know, could out-rap. I guess, you know.
Are you sure they won't tell you that? I mean, I've heard a lot of strange things. That's how this question came about. But then again,
someone, and this ain't right, it's because they want you to know that there's somebody like J.O. Felony that cannot rap a clown dude from the East Coast. So, a Chief Keef for somebody. It's because they want you to know that there's somebody like J.O. Felony
there's
that
something
can rap,
here. There's something
that can
here.
rap Chief Keef under the table.
I feel you.
There's a Kendrick Lamar that could rap, you know, Lil Reese, Lil Bibby or somebody under the table. So, I mean, I respect it for what it is. And then you see those dudes that got 65 million, it's because Cali is such a large demographic. So it's no, you know, it's no surprise there. I don't think that's over. I don't think it's overrated.
I mean, your points are valid. Your points are good. And really, YouTube, this is one of the harder ones to debate. Because let's be honest, how many of the greatest rappers come from over there? A lot. Kendrick, Snoop, Game, NWA. Oh man, you know what I'm saying? Like, calm yourself. Step on the brakes. It's just a debate. You know, we know what it is over there. Ain't nobody dissing you. We're just saying. It's just a debate, and it's a hard one to do. All the points that my man said over here is definitely true. I also think that what I said is also true. The rating that you get, because you have a lot more states that you have to compete in as a Big K.R.I.T, as a Ludacris, as a whatever, than you do in Cali. And you have to change up your sound so much. You have to be able to meet many different demographics. Whereas in Cali, you do give them that old school funk, I promise you they're going to click that one 3-4 times. And it seems like it's easier. But I could be wrong, he could be wrong, we both could be a little bit right. You tell us what you think. This is a short one today. Tell us in the comments what you think about the debate. Do you think they're overrated? Do you think you're underrated? Are there more rappers than just in Cali? I'd like to know. I don't know them. And please, let this boy know who Hopsin is. He's still nice, man. Don't worry about it.
West Coast, I got y'all. I don't feel that they're overrated in some regards. I do feel that they're underrated. A lot of dudes, to me, don't get enough clicks. I'm looking at Nipsey Hussles and dudes like that.
Hustle.
You see?
Nice.
Dudes is nice. So,
we're going to preview tomorrow's question. Tomorrow's question, actually, wait. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We won't be on, of course, for Thanksgiving. We'll be back on Friday, giving you what you love, what you need, and we'll have a question that can actually be debated, that can actually stir up a little more controversy, I think. Is New York back? And why, if so? That's all I'm saying. Are they back? And if so, why? Because we've already have to establish that they fell off.
established that they fell off.
It's not even the question about that anymore. They fell off. They fell off. So are they back is a legitimate question, and you gotta really prove it to me.
Really prove it to
you gotta really prove it to me. I'm not sure they're back yet. I think the South still has them under the boots. They still holding them by the neck right about now. And I don't want to go too deep into it, but New York DJs probably have something to do with that.
I'm not even sure what this guy's talking about, but yeah, tune in.
Tune in. Peace. Cheers, and welcome to the basement. My name is Bruce Lively. Oh shit. It's too small a camera. Hold on.